I mean, if you look at it though, your crew had to be pretty dang large. That ship is very electronic,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
There's a
Comms
huge
heavy.
comms heavy.
I mean,
Comms is giant, bro.
yeah,
Comms behemoth. So
yeah,
were you like the maintenance manager on there or what?
yeah, yeah. That was my
Oh
job over
yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, I could see why you made Master Chief for sure. And so after you leave the Blue Ridge, do you go back to SRF again?
So no, so that's when they actually wanted me they wanted me to interview for the like the lead detailer job. Like I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do that. So I had submitted all my evals up and all that stuff with another guy who they also wanted to interview. And then they called me up for the interview. I was like, yeah, I'm not really trying to do this job, but you know what? If I get the job, I'll do it to the best of my ability. There has not been a job that I have not done well. Doesn't matter what job I do, I'm going to do it well, and I'll do it better than anybody else who can do the job. So some warrant officer called me up. So I didn't get that job. So then after that, it was like comms dark. It was like I would call and it was like this number has been disconnected type of level of stuff. I would email and it was like my email was being blocked. And it was crazy. That's what it felt like anyway, because I was getting nothing. And it was like getting really close because this was like in 2020, into 2020. And remember, like my time is 2021, whereas my contract is up. So when this is all happening, I get a phone call from SRF, one of the civilians a good friend of mine, who I was his retirement coordinator and everything like that. And he says, "Hey man, what are you planning on doing?" I was like, "Well, I plan on doing my last 5 and getting out." And he's like, "Well, let me know if your plans change." I was like, "All right, bet." So I went over there, had a little conversation with him. He's like, "Well, I got the perfect job for you." I was like, "All right, say less." At that point in time, I dropped my papers, and then the rest is history. I got out like within that next year, and then boom, here I am at SRF again.
Good for you, bro. I love that, man. Timing plus preparation equals destiny, bro. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I'm a fan because I see people miss opportunities just because they want to stay comfortable, right? And you saw, okay, this is exactly what I want, regardless of a higher retirement check or whatever it is.
yeah, that's really what it
Yeah,
was
like
too.
that's what I hear people say all that, bro. Like I drop papers at 25 and punched because
Yeah,
I would much rather be happy knowing I took control of my life versus always, and like you said, you would have done the military job, right? You was trying to figure something out, but also as a master chief in your rate, there's probably only so many spaces you can go,
yeah, oh
and
yeah,
you built yourself a very big reputation and you made yourself very important on that waterfront, especially. So since you've been retired, are you pretty much doing what you did on active duty for SRF?
So yes and no. So right now I'm in charge of those same people. I'm in charge of the interior communications, radar, navigations, 2M and foreign military sales folks who go out and fix the ships when they have problems. So it is part of the ships write the jobs. And if the job is written well enough, and I actually believe that they've actually tried and give it the old college try, and they actually have gotten to a point where they really can't fix it and figure out themselves, then I'm like, yep, you guys can go out there and give them a hand. If they tried, right? If it's not like if they've we've looked at it and there's light on it and we can't fix it. I actually make the ships try, not just write a job where they haven't actually tried to fix it. I get a lot of those jobs, and I do reject those rather quickly and kick it back to them.
Yeah. And they should, it should be a point of pride, right?
Absolutely.
You know, I think that whenever a sailor or whenever a division is taught, we'll just write a job for it, let them come figure it out. You just teaching them exactly wrong, right?
Yeah.
And when you're out in the middle of the ocean, ain't no one coming to save you, bro. You got to figure out how to
Yeah.
troubleshoot and fix that thing, man.